What is up, YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. Today, we're using the Mega Altaria team once again with Mega Altaria, Cresselia, Milotic, Incineroar, Aegislash, and Tapu Bulu. Let's get started and play some games. So, we got Mega Altaria here. Mega Altaria has been putting in a ton of work for me in the last few episodes. Well, it's actually putting in a lot of work. It's been putting in a lot more work than I expected, because I felt like I'd be bringing probably the other members more often, and I have. Mega Altaria has been situational. I think it comes down to like team composition, because of the fact that we are facing a lot of steel types. Metagross is a huge problem for Mega Altaria. So is let's see, we have problems with Mega Metagross, we have Aegislash issues, we have poison type issues, Tapu issues. Well, Coco's easier to handle. Feeney's a bit troublesome. I gotta figure out, do I really think that the Altaria investment, because I've been noticing when I play with the Altaria, do I feel like the speed investment is really worth it on this Altaria? Because I do run enough speed to outspeed Adamant Landorus, and I'm not even sure if I do want to go with the investment. Maybe I want to change it, because of the fact is I might just want to outspeed maybe like Tapu Koko, because I'm not exactly sure how worth it is to outspeed Adamant Scarflanders, because it really hasn't been coming too much into play, and I have a decent amount for Landorus in Bulu, Milotic, and Cresselia. I guess it helps with like a special Landorus, because special Landorus could destroy my team. So I guess it comes down to, do I like it against special landers? We haven't faced a special landers, which is good, because a special landers is a bit troublesome for my team. But again, I do have Cresselia and Milotic. However, guess we're gonna find out in this episode. We'll be right back for the first game of today's episode. Alright, we got our first opponent from the United States of Wisconsin. What was 1795 rating? Oh, this looks like a difficult matchup. Metagross, Tapu Bulu, Incineroar, Gastrodon, Zapdos, and Landis variants. So, how do I want to approach this is my question. How do I want to approach this? I think Aegislash leading here is really solid, because I do have Toxic for the Zapdos. I got quite a few options for it. Incineroar plus Gastrodon is actually really difficult for my team to handle, so not exactly sure how I like that from my opponent. Aegislash Incineroar is okay, but the problem is going to be that Gastro, I gotta think here. I think Altaria is actually decent in this matchup if I can get one Dragon Dance off and damage the Metagross. Alright, I think I want to go Aegislash. Thing is, I want to go Milotic, but I don't feel like it's too good in this matchup. Maybe I'll go Aegislash Milotic. I think you're going to bring Incineroar, Gastrodon, plus Lele, Metagross. I think I'm going to go Incineroar, Cresselia. We'll see how this works. I was contemplating, because I could see myself going on Altaria endgame, try to weaken everything for Altaria. But the problem is, I wasn't even sure I was going to bring Milotic, because the fact is, there is the Gastrodon. So I got to figure out, either ignore the Gastrodon, find a way to knock it out early. There are a lot of things I have to do here. We're going to see Lele Zapdos here. Okay. That's not too bad. We'll go the Milotic plus the Aegislash. I do have Bulu as a switch in. There is the Heat Wave potential though. Misty Seed on Zapdos, so it's not like a Fire Ram. Okay. I don't know what kind of Lele this is though. I don't know where the Z move is. It probably is Lele, I would assume. Yeah, I would assume it's on Lele. I think I just want to go for the Toxic into Zapdos turn 1 and just protect Milotic. I don't want to risk anything turn 1. Aegislash should live a double up from these Pokemon. Lele's going to protect, which is alright here. I wonder if you're scouting out for the Z move yourself, as I will go for protect here. Maybe a Heat Wave, maybe a Thunderbolt, maybe a Tailwind. Probably not Tailwind, I would assume. Oh, you are going to go for Tailwind. That's alright for me. Tailwind goes up. Get a Toxic off. So that Zapdos is on the timer, which is really good for my Milotic. Especially my opponent didn't bring Gastrodon. I assume you have to bring Metagross in this matchup, and I think Incineroar. So my opponent doesn't have that Incineroar. That Gastrodon. This could make things interesting. I think I'll go for the Shadow Ball and the Lele, and I think switch. I don't have Bulu. Why did I think I had Bulu? I don't have Bulu. But I do have Incineroar, which is actually a decent switch in here. I do need damage on the Lele, so I will go for Shadow Ball here, and I will just go out into my Incineroar because it will absorb the Heat Wave. Okay, it's not too bad of a position. Double out my Milotic here into Incineroar. The question is, who are you going to Thunderbolt in the following turns? I wonder if you're going to Thunderbolt here or Heat Wave. I think Heat Wave, but Shadow Psyche going to come out. Excellent. So I do catch the Shadow Psyche is going to go in Incineroar. Or is that going out in Aegislash potentially? Are you going to try double up the Aegislash trying to weaken it? I can see that play too. Okay, nice. Thunderbolt going to come out doubling up my Milotic. Alright. I respect it. I will be able to get a stance change here and draw off a Shadow Ball, and this will do a ton of damage to the Lele, so definitely will take this turn. Yeah, I almost knocked out Lele. And I don't think Psychic should knock me out. The only thing would knock me out would be a Shadow Ball, but I don't think you would run Shadow Ball into Lele. I could go for a sub right here, or I could go for a... I could go for sub, I could go for Shadow Ball again. I think I want to go for sub. Because I kind of want to play aggressive my Aegislash. I could see Lele protecting or switching out. I think I'm going to sub here. I think I'm just going to fake out the Zapdos. This could be bad if you go straight for the Psychic and just sack your Lele here, which definitely is a play that my opponent definitely can make. But I don't know if you want to risk a Lele or sacking Lele because you do have terrain control. Incineroar is going to come in perfect. I was thinking maybe doubling out into my own Milotic there, but I wouldn't be able to catch the Incineroar's Intimidate. So this works out in my favor. I do get a free sub up, and I get to chip away at the Zapdos a little bit by stalling it out for a turn. So I will sub here. Nice. Nice. How many turns of this terrain are left? Well, not terrain, Tailwind. 1, perfect. I think I could go for King Shield here, and... might Thunderbolt knockoff in my Cresselia. I don't think I need Cresselia too healthy at this point, because I'm thinking Metagross is in the back at this point. So no Gastrodon means my Milotic is looking really solid in this matchup. It does look really solid in this matchup. And my Aegislash is pretty healthy at this point. So everything's looking good for my Aegislash at this point. Since it's Z-move on the Lele, I'm guessing it's not Z-move Incineroar. So I don't think this Incineroar can knock me out with one hit if it's intimidated. So we'll get Cresselia in and King Shield. Very safe play, I feel like. You could go for the aggressive double up, but it won't be... I would say it does 75% maximum to Cresselia. And I could always Moonlight the damage off. Yeah, I could always Moonlight the damage off. Heat Wave actually going to come out, so I wonder if that's a double up into my, a double up. I'm surprised no Thunderbolt, but maybe just wanted to break the sub. Low Kick going to go out. Oh, that's actually better. It's actually really good. Okay, that works. Zapdos doesn't have many turns left. Wonder if you're gonna double up the Aegislash here, if you're just gonna go for a Tailwind. I think, or Thunderbolt potentially in the Cresselia. I don't think you would double up the Cresselia here. I think the best play is for me to go back into my Incineroar, get Intimidate off, and sub again. I think this works out for me. Because 1, I get the Fake Out Pressure back again. 2, if this Incineroar is faster than my Aegislash for some reason, I will be able to sub again. This Thunderbolt comes out into the Aegislash, not wanting to risk Heat Wave, which is something I respect. As I'll sub again, because I don't want to take a Flare Blitz. Perfect. I'm in a good position now. Yips targets down my Aegislash. So nice. I get to keep Aegislash around basically for a little bit more. As let's see, does the Zapdos go down to the attacks or no? No, it doesn't go down to poison. Terrain disappears on the battlefield. I can fake out the Incineroar, but Lele might want to switch in for the Zapdos. There are a few things my opponent can do here. I think I want to go hard for Cresselia again. I don't want to go Milotic because I don't want to risk it. I think I'm going to go Cresselia here. Go for... I really kind of just want to go for a low kick into Incineroar because I do need that damage on Incineroar. At the same time, I also want to go for Flare Blitz in the Metagross into the Zapdos trying to catch a switch. I think I'll go for low kick into Incineroar though, just get some damage off. Zapdos is going to switch out into the Lele, so I could have got the knockout there, but my opponent's not threatening a knockout onto me, so I guess I'll take it. I wonder what the Incineroar is going to go for. A knockoff into my Incineroar could be a play, could be a Flare Blitz or knockoff into my Aegislash slot, which again I don't mind really. So let's see what my opponent's gonna do, as I will low kick here. Decent damage. Oh, Darkest Lariat. Into my Incineroar slot. Interesting. I think my opponent expected the Cresselia to switch out into that slot, which is a fair play. Icy Wind and a low kick should be able to finish off the Incineroar here. So I think I will go for it. Even if Incineroar switches out, I don't think I really mind. Icy Wind, I don't know if it knocks out Lele, but at this point, the Lele's not really doing too much. So I think I'll take this. I wonder if it is Z-move Incineroar. Because Darkest Lariat's only a move you would carry on Z-move Incineroar. So I really wonder if that's the case here. And Icy Wind low kick would damage a lot onto the Metagross. So I think I'm in an okay spot here. We're going to see the taunt actually into Cresselia. Maybe not wanting me to get a Trick Room up or a Calm Mind. But I will go for an Icy Wind. Will lower the speed on Lele as well as the Incineroar here. As, yeah, it doesn't knock out Lele, but I still think I'm in a good position. Because I think that little bit of damage just put Incineroar into range of the low kick guaranteed, I want to say. It does. Perfect. Perfect. Ideal situation there. So I do knock out the Incineroar there. And as you can see, I'm in a really good position with my Aegislash #1. Because if it is Metagross in the back, my opponent can't knock it out effectively. Zapdos is going to come out. And Cresselia should still outspeed my opponent's team. So I'll go for Icy Wind here. I think I can allow my Milotic to take a Thunderbolt at this point. Yeah, I really don't need Milotic at this point in the game. So I'll just go into Milotic. Milotic's job was to keep my opponent's Incineroar in check. Since it's gone, I don't really need it anymore. It's the most expendable member that I have. Roost is going to come out completely okay. Because again, we're going to knock out the Lele here. You're on a timer with Toxic. And since you can't switch out, you can't reset that timer. So Icy Wind will come out. Finish off the Lele as well as get damage onto the Zapdos. And following turn, double Icy Wind and a Shower Psyche might be able to knock out my opponent's Zapdos. We'll find out here. My opponent's in a tough spot, especially with the Metagross here. Yeah, it is Metagross, so there was no Gastrodon. Perfect. I didn't want to bring Bulu because I felt like even if we bring Gastrodon, 1, Calm Mind Cresselia could potentially beat it, and 2, I'm not sure if you're going to bring Bulu against the Bulu that I did potentially have. So, gotta think, how many turns of terrain are left? 2 more. I think you have to try to get rid of Cresselia at this point in the game if you're my opponent. So I think just going for a double Icy Wind here is alright. Because if I get 1 speed drop on the Metagross, that's really good here. But the match is going to be forfeited. So we will take the first game of today's episode. Yeah, I played a little bit aggressively. It did pay out. The Toxic on Aegislash was huge. The turn 1 was basically how I wanted it to. Like, the turn 1 was how I wanted to do, because either you Shower Psyche into the Protect potentially to try and get that, try to do a lot of damage to the Milotic, or you Protect there because you're worried about Aegislash's Shadow Ball, and I'm able to get a Toxic off into that Zapdos. So, and then turn 2 scouted for that, Shower Psyche, and also if Lele switched out that turn, I got my Incineroar in second, which means I get the Intimidate off into my opponent's Incineroar, so it can't do too much damage to my Aegislash. So Aegislash was a pretty big role in this game, so was Incineroar. Basically all my members were really nice in that matchup. Like, Cresselia was helpful in the end because I just needed to guarantee 1 Icy Wind off, I think, into that Metagross. I think 1 Icy Wind would... No, I needed 2 Icy Winds, actually. I needed 2 Icy Winds so I could outspeed the Metagross with my... Aegislash. Yeah, I needed 2 to outspeed the Metagross with Aegislash, and I don't think Incineroar would actually outspeed the Metagross at -2. But we got Dawn from Japan, 1668 rating. Oh, Terracotta. Ooh. Ooh. This is bad. My Terracotta matchup's not ideal at all. It's not ideal at all. Oh, it's really not. Alright. Incineroar Cresselia, I think, is my best play. I do have Shard Psyche, so I can Calm Mind and knock out the Terrakion potentially. No, Milotic. Milodic's not good in this game. This is gonna be tough. Because I want Bulu. Actually, do I want Bulu? Well, Bulu is effective to knock out the Snorlax. I think I gotta go Aegislash and Altaria though. I feel like if I bring Bulu, I'm a bit too weak to the Charizard matchup. Oh, this is good. This is definitely a tough one. This is definitely gonna be a tough one. Whimsicott, Terrakion, and then both Charizard Y and Gengar. So I gotta figure out which Mega Evolution are you gonna bring against me, because I think all of them are effective. All of them are effective here. I think you're gonna opt for just Terrakion Whimsicott lead because it's pretty effective. Unless you're really scared of me going for like a Trick Room with Cresselia potentially, but you could always Encore if you have it. So yeah, it wouldn't be the best case for me. Let's see what my opponent's gonna opt for. Going to be Incineroar Cresselia as my lead of choice against the Lele Gengar. Not what I expected. Are you all pummeling Lele? I would assume Z-move on the Terrakion. Shadow Ball plus Moonblast is really scary onto my Cresselia. For sure. Oh, this is a weird option. Okay. I can't let Cresselia get too weakened. I'll go into Aegislash and knock off the Gengar turn 1. Gengar's gonna retreat. Oh, is that Terrakion? Oh, Snorlax. Okay, I'll take that. Oh, I was worried about Terrakion coming in. It looks like no Whimsicott, Gengar, Terrakion. So actually, this looks really good for me, as I will get my Aegislash in. What are you going for with Lele? It's a Moonblast. Okay, so it's not going to be, you know, what I thought it was. So gets the attack off in Aegislash, lowers my special attack, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we do get a knockoff into Snorlax, and it is a Choice Band Snorlax. Oh, you Choice Band Boom? You're probably Choice Band Boom. And I can't knock you out. I think I'm gonna go for a low kick into Snorlax. Like, Lele can't do much. I could also knock off the Lele here and go for sub. Which I don't think is a bad play either. I think I'm going to do that play. Because I don't want Gengar coming in, then actually, you wouldn't self-destruct here. Why would you self-destruct here? There's an Aegislash. You might actually be self-destructing here. I'm going to sub. But you wouldn't knock out Incineroar. Superpower. Thankfully, it's not a berry. Oh, man. I'm not really too worried about the Snorlax at this point. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about Snorlax. I'm more worried about the Lele, so I think I'm going to double up the Lele with knockoff with Shadow Ball, because I could see Snorlax either going for Superpower again, or I could see it retreating here into something such as... Oh, that's not fun. Great, I had to predict ally switch mind games too. I should have doubled up the Snorlax with the Shadow Ball plus low kick I wanted to go for. Oh well. I do put Snorlax guaranteed in range of that low kick. This is a good amount. Double Edge gonna come out, okay. That's still annoying. Although I could get Calm Mind Cresselia set up now. I could definitely get Calm Mind Cresselia set up now. The Snorlax is at -1, so I'm not really too scared of it at this point. Did we see a taunt come out from the Lele? I believe we... No, it went for Moonblast turn 1. Right. I don't want you to double into Aegislash here, so I will King Shield here. I don't want you to double it with Psychic plus high horsepower, because I think that would be able to knock me out at the range I'm at. Cresselia won't be taking too much damage here, and I do want to Calm Mind up because I do need a Calm Mind in order to beat the Gengar most likely. So, 1, to knock it out. 2, in order to survive the Shadow Ball. This is still a bit obnoxious to play with. So let's see. Snorlax gonna retreat here. Alright, so I could have went on the offensive Charizard. You brought both Gengar and Charizard in this matchup? This actually might benefit me. This might actually benefit me, depending on what the Lele does right here. King Shield. What does the Lele do? Psychic. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I gotta Calm Mind up. And with the Snorlax weekend, at this point, Calm Mind Cresselia looks like it can win the game. Yes. Calm Mind Cresselia can win the game. I'll go for Icy Wind here for some speed control, and I think I'll sub up again. Psychic doesn't break my sub, I think. I don't even need it, because I could get Altaria. Actually, no, it's fine just to go for Icy Wind here. Yeah, it's fine to go for Icy Wind here. And I'll sub again. Yeah. I don't care if Aegislash goes down at this point. I could get a free switch in Altaria and set up with my Dragon Dance. Yes. I think that's the play I want to go for. Actually, Charizard goes for the Protect here, which is an interesting play. So what's the... Okay, Psychic. Alright, that works because you might break my sub here. Yeah, you break my sub. I think it just came down to who was fast between Charizard and Lele. And on Terrakion teams, you tend to run actually Timid Charizard. So that's why I want to make the play, go for sub in case. So this works out. I would have liked to actually knock out the Lele because it might have actually been beneficial. Yet, I'll definitely take this trade. And I think I'll go on the offensive here because Lele has... Yeah, I'll go on the offensive here. I'll go for Icy Wind and a Shadow Ball into the Lele. You could ally switch, I don't really care at that point. One Psychic Terrain is gone, which I guess really doesn't matter too much in this game. I can see you switching out Lele into Snorlax, but Snorlax again is directed by my Psyshock. And Charizard won't be able to do too much damage with the +1 on deck for my Cresselia, so I think I'm okay here. We're going to see the Lele switch out, which is okay here. Snorlax is going to reveal itself. Charizard's going to Mega Evolve. I wonder if I want to switch out Aegislash. I kind of want to switch out Aegislash the following turn. Well, at least it's not Mega Gengar going to be appearing on this field today, so don't have to worry about a super powerful Shadow Ball. Heat Wave going to come out. Aegislash actually avoids. Burn on Cresselia is really annoying, though. I do get that Icy Wind off into the Charizard as well as the Snorlax. That kind of sucked. I would have rather you get the knockout my Aegislash sub than the burn on Cresselia, because the burn is going to be annoying for me to deal with this entire game. I might as well just get a Toxic off into Charizard at this point. I'm worried about Self-Destruct Protect. So I'm just going to Psyshock the Snorlax and go for a Toxic. Or should I just sub again? Because I could get a sub up. A Gengar could come in. I don't really need the Toxic on Charizard. Actually, you know what? I think sub is an okay play because the fact is I get to keep my Aegislash around. Looks like I am going to be able to get a Psyshock off into the Snorlax and pick up that knockout. Okay. So Snorlax goes down. Heat Wave going to come out once again. My Cresselia is really low at this point, but at least I have Aegislash around, so if Gengar wants to come out, I can threaten it with a Shadow Ball the following turn. Because you have to pick up, you have to choose who do you want to target. Do you want to target down my Aegislash, or do you want to target down my Cresselia? Because both are threatening a knockout onto the Gengar slot. And I will go for Shadow Ball, and I think I will go for Moonlight here, so I might as well get my recovery back at this point. Gengar going to come out. Although I don't know if I can knock out Gengar with a -1 special attack drop. I think I should be able to still. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball, Moonlight. You can pick one to knock out. You have to double up Aegislash. You have to double up Aegislash in order to knock it out. So I'll go for Moonlight here. If you want to protect, I get a Moonlight off, which is really good. Even if we break my Aegislash sub, like my Cresselia is good to go still. So this is looking alright. Burns a little bit annoying still. Shadow Ball gonna come out. Looks like Cresselia. Yeah. Should survive. Oh, I don't. Alright, Heat Wave. There's an Ally Switch mind game too. Ally Switch actually isn't too bad. Shadow Ball does come out into the Gengar. I needed to pick up the knockout right here. Okay, it does. Critical hit. I don't think it mattered. I'm pretty sure I still would have. Because now that I'm thinking about it, like, Gengar is super weak. Thankfully, no Cursed Body, because Cursed Body would have been so troublesome. Get Altaria in. They're gonna come out. Oh, this is still a close game. I also don't think Return can knock out the Charizard, which is a problem. Two turns of Harsh Sun. Would you go straight for the Showered Psyche? I don't know. I think I'm going to just double protect here. If Return can knock out Charizard, I'm in an okay spot, but I don't know. If it is Timid Charizard, maybe, but Mega Altaria doesn't have the best attack stat in the world. We'll see. Also comes down to what Lele does here, because I have no idea. Because they could knock out my, Wait, did we see the Z move? No, didn't we see the Showered Psyche earlier? I can't remember if my opponent used Showered Psyche or not. Double protect. No, it goes for it now, okay. I think that puts me in Moonblast range anyway. No, I think this game. Showered Psyche gonna come out. Yeah. I think that puts me in Moonblast range. Oh, jeez, that does so much damage. I might need a Heat Wave miss at this point. I might need a Heat Wave miss at this point. I think I need a Heat Wave miss. So I'll double up the Charizard here. If Charizard protects and Lele goes for the Moonblast, really good play. Alright, Altaria's faster than both. That's huge. Oh, Return is resisted. I am dumb. I completely forgot. Fairy. For some reason, I thought it was Dragon. Oh, that's not good. Here we're going to come out, and that's going to be a good game. So, alright. Alright. Mega Altaria. I forgot about that. I guess I should have went for the Return into the Lele then. At that point, I still don't think I can win the game, because if I can't knock out the chart... Actually, no. If I return Lele, it picks up the knockout... Okay, if Return knocks out the Lele, then Charizard gets a Heat Wave off. The problem is, does double target Heat Wave into single target Heat Wave knockout Altaria? I think that's what the game comes down to at that point. So, yeah, I don't think Return knocks out Lele, even if it's like modest, because it wasn't Timid Lele. If Timid Lele would have outspent my Altaria, so if it was modest 4 HP, I still think it would have lived on a little bit. So, things I think I could have done better in that game, because I do realize that, one, I didn't exactly play the best with my Calm Mind Cresselia and my Incineroar. I think I let Incineroar take a lot of damage, which was a bit unnecessary. I think a play I could have made was definitely go for the low kick Shadow Ball into the Snorlax slot. As one, I either get the damage on Lele, which is super nice because then I could have just targeted down the Lele with my Altaria at that point. Or two, I could have, I think I could have just went more aggressive with my Incineroar, maybe target down the Lele. Maybe I should have just went for a low kick Shadow Ball into Snorlax. Since it was choice band, it couldn't protect. It was either forced to switch or that ally switch. So yeah, I think that was like the main turn that I messed up. But hope that everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2018 Back Battles. If you did, please leave a like down below. Show some support. As well as you can check out the rest of my stuff down below in the description, such as my social medias, the side saves on the channel, the page spin of this team if you do want to go try it out. And feel free to leave a comment down below because I do read them. Otherwise, I think that's pretty much it for me. Have a great day, people. And until we battle again, I'll catch y'all later.